Hi, and welcome to the first 100 by Tech Art Reviews, where I review literally every episode of a series up to the 100th. We're actually going to review one of my favorite shows of all time, Steven Universe, starting with its first episode, Gym Glow. First episodes are very difficult to get right. You want conflict, but not too much conflict because your audience doesn't know the characters yet, so getting too deep too fast makes it sound like you're trying to be gritty. You want it to be lighthearted, but you don't want it to be so much more lighthearted than the actual show that you draw in the wrong audience, especially in a linear show like Steven Universe that's made to be watched in order. Gym Glow, to put it lightly, fell victim to not knowing how lighthearted it wanted to be. The first time I saw this episode, I actually stopped altogether because I didn't have a big enough appreciation for the characters to enjoy seeing their day-to-day interactions, which softened the serious blow of the conflict. It doesn't know when it wants to be cute or when it wants to be serious. There is no transition, so it never builds a mood. The beginning was cute, but then it had a song that overdid it directly before introducing a serious mechanic that's important to understand for the plot of this show. Honestly, I don't need to know this much about the world at this point. I would accept pretty easily that some gyms can pull weapons out, but Steven can't for whatever reason. And I know this because I saw an action-oriented episode before watching the first that didn't offer a world explanation. Just way too much exposition. Back to a failure to establish mood, the final fight with Centipedal should have felt dangerous. And I know the crew is capable of switching the color palette to cold colors, making normally organic shapes sharp, and providing a high-tempo song to convey urgency. But instead it just kinda half-asses it. The gym's lives are in danger, but instead we're focusing on Steven getting upset about his ice cream, which I'm sure even a child as innocent as Steven understands the seriousness of death. Actually, I know this because when he sees Pearl get stabbed to the chest in a later episode, he legitimately gets traumatized. He's capable of understanding danger, and it's out of his character to be more concerned about his ice cream than his own death. Now, I understand this wasn't a Rebecca Sugar episode, and she's the one known for being better at conveying mood, and this episode's writers do a really good job later in the series with it too, and it's exciting to be watching the show all over again, because I can watch the animators and writers improve. I am legit excited for this. So, Gym Glow. A mediocre episode and a great series, but this is a linear show, and it's cool to compare to later episodes. I mean, here, he's upset about ice cream. In 53 episodes, he's upset because of the crushing expectation for him to act and play out life in the shadow of his mother. He never met Handsome until he starts participating in risky activities to get his mind off of it. Oh wow, maybe this show is gritty.
And since they're your favorite, we went out and stole a bunch. I went back and paid for them.